Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to do a kind of a comparison of a more inexpensive, lesser priced Atomic full-size out the front knife. It's got about a 3 3/4 inch blade on it versus a higher end Microtech. These are going to be about $450 to $500, somewhere in there. So is this roughly $50 knife going to be comparable to something like this? Answer probably no is no, it's not going to be, but many people want a lesser priced knife. So what are some of the differences that we've got here? So build quality obviously is going to be one of those things. We have an unknown blade steel on this, probably going to be a 7CR, maybe 8CR, who knows, they don't tell us. Probably a zinc housing, very heavy knife, pretty solid. Action's pretty good on it, not bad. A little bit softer coming out there. Or you've got a high-end knife, like a Heretic or a Microtech or Hawk or any of those knives out there that are probably an aluminum or maybe carbon fiber housing, very light, very solid anodized finishes usually, a lot better blade steels. This one's going to be a M390 MK on this one, and this one's a sword tip on this one, or double edge. So I do have a Hellhound over here, which I'll probably use in some of the other comparisons with this. A little more similar blade shape and only a single-sided blade. So overall, the quality, I think, is better, my opinion, on a Microtech. And it's probably no surprise because it's going to be a better built knife. Made in China, made in the USA. They do make some decent stuff in China, but this knife here is going to be an inexpensive entry-level into and out the front knife. It's a painted outside, so it's not going to be the same. You can probably already see right here we've got some chips on the paint, so not quite as nice, but it does have a kind of a cool pattern, almost a crackle kind of finish on this knife, which is actually kind of cool. So looks like it has torque screws to get in there and maintain. They both actually have a glass breaker on the back, as you can see right there, also known as an attitude adjuster in some cases. So let's take a look at some measurements here. Let's get a size comparison to see what that is exactly. So this Atomic knife is going to be roughly, let's see, it's about 9 3/8 fully opened. And the blade length on this is going to be roughly 3 3/4, maybe a touch less than that. The Microtech opened up all the way, looking about 9 3/8 was what I get with this particular blade. And then the actual blade itself is going to be approximately 4 inches. So that's about the size comparison of both of those. The blade play is an interesting one. So the Atomic is a very kind of laggish out the front when it's in a horizontal position or even upward. If you go downward with it, a lot more force. So I don't know if it's just the springs inside, what's going on there, but that's definitely something to think about. The blade play here is considerable. It's hard to see. I don't want to, but you can definitely see that there's blade play. You can even hear it. The Microtech on this particular model here, this has very little on this one. It's very, very good. Not much at all. And then the Hellhound version I've got right here, pretty solid lockup, pretty tight. So again, these models are going to be just a little bit better, I think, with the ability to have a better lockup, if you will, a better mechanism. They both have pocket clips. This one's obviously going to be nicer. Got the ceramic ball. It's milled, machined. This is just going to be a stamped, folded. Probably, I guess, like I said, probably a zinc on this is probably the housing. It's just a guess. This is going to be aluminum. And let's take a look at the weights and see the weight comparison. That's going to be a big tell right there. That's a big one. Because this thing is a chunker. This thing is a beast. So let's see, zero it out. Okay, we're in ounces. Let's take a look. 9.12 ounces. That is a beast. Let's just do it one more time, make sure. 9.12 ounces, okay. We'll zero that out. Here's a Microtech. This happens to be the Hellhound. This one's 5.04 ounces. And let's do the other Microtech. This would be the double-edged blade. That one's 4.9 ounces. So the Hellhound is a touch heavier. Also has a thicker blade on it, obviously, right there. And let's do a comparison of these two blade stocks. Pretty comparable. I think the Hellhound might be, yeah, it looks almost the same. Yeah, it's almost the same. You hear that difference in sound? This just has a deader sound to it. This doesn't have quite the force coming out of there. So, move this thing out of the way. So overall, I think you get more for your money, obviously, in a higher price knife. These are going to be, in this model here, a starting model of a Troodon, probably going to be in the 450-ish range, up to 500, depending on the blades type. This would be a higher price knife because of the Hellhound blade, so I don't really count that. I just counted it because of the knife style on that. Sharpness-wise, this thing came pretty, I wouldn't say dull, but it was not able to cut paper very well, so I tuned it up a little bit so it was able to cut paper a little better. These typically, all the Microtechs I've ever had are pretty sharp out of the box, and definitely don't disappoint, including the serrated parts. So I think that's probably something to consider too. Blade steels, again, this is going to be probably a 7 CR, 8 CR, just a guess. We have no idea. It's Chinese made. And this one is going to be the MK, I'm sorry, the M390 MK on this one. And that's what I believe almost all the new Microtechs are coming in. So definitely a better steel, better build quality, lighter, a little bit longer blade. So it's going to be up to you as to what you want to spend your money on. If you can't afford a super expensive knife, there's other alternatives out there. Tackcom makes some really nice knives. I've got a couple of those. I think they're great. Kershaw, the live wire, is a fantastic option. So I would not look at those. I think for about $250 you can get a fantastic live wire knife, which they're phenomenal. So there's better knives out there. This thing, like I said, is a big chunker. It's a big old beast. It's a cool knife. It's fun. I was given this knife, so I can't complain. But would I spend $50-$60 on it? I probably would not. If it's all you can afford, I understand that too. So anyway, I hope you thought the comparison was helpful. Yeah, if you like the video, please give it a like and give a thought to maybe subscribing to the channel. And thanks for watching, guys.